please hit subscribe.
You've worked so hard for the exams, and your hard work has paid off. You are now invited to join the interviews. What should you expect at the interviews? Here, I show you some of the questions I remember being asked during my interview many years ago. I also share with you what I think the interviewers are interested in learning by asking these questions. And finally, I also share with you the answers I gave the interviewers during my interview, or at least the way I remember them. Question 1. Why did you select the major that you selected? For this question, I think the interviewers are interested in knowing the following. Are you properly motivated to pursue your studies? Are you serious about your studies? Will you endure your studies? I don't think they want to pick anyone who is not willing to go through the entire studies and who will just quit in the middle of the studies when it gets very hard. And so they'd like to find out if you indeed are serious, if you are motivated, if you will endure the whole 5 years for the undergraduate studies. So you'd want to be able to show them that indeed you have thought about your major, you are interested in pursuing it, and that you will do your best to actually finish your studies. Here is what I remember of my answer. I selected electronics engineering because I've always been fascinated by technology since I was a kid. I like exploring how things work, and I'm keen to contribute to making them better. By studying electronics engineering, I am preparing myself to be a world-class researcher who can use science to improve society and the world. Question 2. Are you willing to study in Japanese? I think they ask this question because they want to know if you are mentally prepared to take the challenge of learning a new language. Will you not give up despite the difficulty of learning in a new language? And are you willing to work hard on the new language for your studies? Because Japanese is rather difficult, and in fact any language is actually difficult to learn at first, and to be able to use that in university is much more difficult than actually just learning the language to be able to converse in daily conversations. And so it is important for them to know your attitude towards learning a new language. Will you not be discouraged in your studies because the language is new? Will you still pursue? Will you still be dedicated to continue to learn even if it is in a new language? I think these are the questions in the minds of the interviewers when they ask this question. Here is how I remember answering the question during my interview. I love languages, and I welcome the challenge of learning a new language, such as Japanese, and use it in my studies. In high school, I spent one summer learning French on my own through the internet because I wanted to be able to speak another language. In my preparation for the scholarship, I have started looking for materials that could help me with the Japanese language, and I'm excited to learn the language and use it in university and in daily life. So what did you think of the questions? How do you think will you answer them if you are asked them in the interview? Please share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for the next part.
If you learned something new today, please help my channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell for the notifications. See ya!